Good evening, everyone present over here. Thank you for joining the session. This is Sumant, and I am the host today. So I'll be taking the workshop on industrial workshop for professionals. Okay, welcome to the professional workshop, guys. So let's start the workshop. Okay, today workshop content. So we have the workshop agenda where we'll be discussing what all we are going with our workshop, and then we'll be discussing three topics, that is industrial design, GD&T, and Jigsaw fixture. So this will be the major focus. This will be our major focus. So workshop agenda. So for the workshop agenda, like we'll be in this workshop. This is a demonstration workshop of 2 hours where you are advised to observe and make notes wherever required. Okay, so this workshop is purely for the demonstration. So what you have to do is you have to observe what it is being taught, and you can make a note of it. And for our demonstration, we'll be using SolidWorks 2018 software. Okay, so we'll be using this software. Just a minute. ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. So and also, guys, this workshop will be a revision for your basic knowledge of design and manufacturing. Okay. So is this clear, guys? So our workshop agenda, like it is a demonstration class, and the demonstration software which we'll be using is a SolidWorks 2018 software. And this workshop will be a revise your basic knowledge of design and manufacturing. Okay, so this is for in our introduction, like this is an attempt to make the engineering so simple that even a non-technical person can understand. So this is the concept which we are following. So we want to make our session so simple that even a non-technical personnel can understand that. And it is a famous saying by Albert Einstein that if you can't explain it simple, you don't understand it well enough. So that's why our concepts will be very simple and understanding. Okay, so next, so you can observe here. So we have started with the industrial design. So you can observe there are two chairs. Okay, I want you guys to tell me which in those two chairs, which chair you like the most. Okay, I want you to comment. Okay, first chair or the second. Okay, which chair you like the most? Okay, why you are liking that? Which chair you are liking, and which chair you like to take? Okay, Sridhar Gowda, like you can message me in WhatsApp. The annotate permission will not be given, so you WhatsApp me. Okay. Yeah. So the second one is comfortable. Okay. The second one is comfortable. Second one is comfortable, and then more comfort. Yes, true. Okay, second one looks good. Yes, Naveen, it's true. Sujay, your answer is also good. Okay, looks attractive. Okay, the second one. Okay, Varun, you are right. Yes, you are right. Good. So if you are like we are able to see that, see in the first and the second figure which we are there. See in the first figure there is no handle for the support. Okay, the the place where we have to sit, no, that is also not proper. So the base is not proper. Okay, and if you see the second chair, the base is flat, and for resting you have a good support, as well as resting hand we have good support, so we prefer the second one. Okay, so it looks steady. Yes, yes, Varun, you are correct. It's comfortable, true, and safety wise also, the second one is perfect. Okay, comfortable with the hand rest. Yes, I agree with you. So comfortable and looks more stable. Yes, Kavya, you are right. Second is yes, Arjun. Nagarjun, yes. Okay, looks stable. Ramchandra, yes, that is also true. Pratik, yeah, it's safe, fine. And yes, Rao, like you will not be given any unnoted permission. Kindly don't ask me, guys. If you want to communicate, you can directly text me in WhatsApp. Okay, annotated permission will not be given to anyone. Okay, I am be declining it. Okay, so now what we'll do is, if you like, we'll go to the next slide. Okay, so the next slide, if you see, next slide, if you see, so tell me which you feel, which is more attractive, the second one or the third one? Which picture is more attractive? So now, tell me which is more attractive. I want your response, guys, in WhatsApp. Second one or third one? So I am getting more response for the third one. So more, third one is more attractive. And one more thing, like which one you like to buy, the third one or the second one? So Ram, okay, which you like to buy? So okay, second one to buy. Okay, the third one because it has a leather seat. Yes, it's more comfortable. True. So third one is more attractive. Yes, I agree with you. So attractive and comfortable. Yes, Suhas, you are right. I will choose third as it has better backrest. Yes, Kavya, you are also right. So one for the ergonomics. Yes, true, true, Sujay. Okay, so Ramchandra, your application. Okay, depends on application. Will buy. Okay, it depends on what we want for. Okay, so you don't think about the what is the reason, anything. So once you see which is more attractive. Okay, so if you see properly, so the attractive, the most attractive one is the third one. Even though there is no handle for the rest. Okay, there is no handle for the rest, but the design wise and the beauty makes it more attractive. So that's why, even though the second is more safer than the third, we'll be selecting the third one itself. So the third chair has more beauty, as well as more what do you call, more beauty, and more attractive. Okay, so the third one will give. Okay, headrest is also there. Okay, yeah, headrest is also there. Okay, that gives the comfort and luxury. So, guys, what happens is, if you observe from these two figures, like one, two, three, if you observe the chair one, the first one was a very old model of the chair. The second was a slightly improved one, and the third is a slightly modern and a luxury chair. So, obviously, like what happens is, our appealing will be on this chair itself. Okay, we get attracted to the third one. Okay, so that is the attraction part. Okay, so we'll go to the next one. Okay, you have mobile phones here. So Nokia, which you prefer the most, first one or the second one? Which you prefer the most, first one or the second one? Okay, I'm getting response for first one. Okay, okay, yeah, yes, Karthik is design wise the second one. Okay, Rangnath, the keyboard are bit advanced compared to two. Okay, First is of lightweight. First cell phone. Okay, looks more usable because it has more buttons. The first one. Okay, comfortable in opening buttons or the second one. Okay. So, guys, I'll be expecting more replies from you guys. Need more response, guys. Kindly respond. Okay, the guys who have not messaged me in WhatsApp, kindly text me. Okay, I'll be waiting for your response. Okay, which phone you like the most, the first or the second? So okay, second one good looks compared to first. Okay, Naveen. The first one for look, second one for durability. Okay, first one comfortable, then second one. Okay, it's more comfortable than second one. Better keypad seems better. Okay, Kavya. Okay, Sayyad, you are selecting the second one. Okay, it's more appealing. The first one looks more appealing. Okay, so Dheeraj, you have to text me in WhatsApp. Dheeraj, text me in WhatsApp. Okay, this is like I will not be giving you annotated permission. Okay, you have to text me in WhatsApp. So it is more expensive. Second, first one for this time many years. Okay, second one more user friendly. Okay. So now, like, yeah, we had our main the observations and also the clarity and how it looks. Everything we see, everything matters here. And then if you select the second one, okay, if you see the second one and the third one, which you prefer the most, second one or the third one? In this figure, when if you're since you're seeing the figure, so you prefer the second one or the third one? Yeah, the third one design is very attractive. Okay, straight away we are giving the third one, like I'm getting most response for the third one. Sridhar, Sayed, Ramchandra, Manoj, Rangnatha, Kavita, Kavya, Rohit SL, Suhas, Nityananda, Chetan. So I am getting more like response for the third one. So Anil, even Anil, I'm getting your like response for the third one. Even Naveen Kumar, yes, I agree. Even Varun, okay, Varun, your Varun, Rudresh, Basuvraj, Akshay, both are same alike, but is the difference in design and features. So third one, yes. So obviously the look wise, right? So we'll be going on with this third one itself. Okay, the third because it has updated features. True. So the third one, see all the three mobiles which we discussed, no, it was all of three Nokia itself. Okay, so Nokia, so each mobile has different design appealing, so that depends on the requirement and the user. It purely depends on the requirement and the user. Okay, the third screen size is bigger. Yes, I agree with that. The third mobile screen is bigger as compared to the second one. So all these factors matters a lot. Okay. So okay, guys. So like when we observe the chair as well as the mobile. See, the first thing which came into our mind was the appearance. Okay, so if you see the parts or anything, so the first there are two things which is most important. The first one is the appearance. Okay, appearance plays a very important role for the product design. Okay, that is the industrial design or the product design. So appearance and then how useful it is. Appearance and usefulness. These two concepts will help to define the best phones or the best best components or best designs. Okay, so if you observe this here, when companies are competing, okay, when companies are competing at equal price and functionality, design is the only differential that matters. Suppose you are comparing with two phones, both are of same price and same functionality, then you will go with the appearance. So you'll see the looks. If the look is good, then you will buy that particular phone. So the look plays a very important role. Look is the important role where it will decide whether the person will buy that product or not. So in the industrial design, we have to focus on two major things. The first one is two major things. The first one is the appearance, and the second one is the usefulness. Okay, so that is nothing but ergonomics and aesthetics. So ergonomics and aesthetics are the two things which we have to focus more on. Okay. So next, we'll go to the next slide. So what is industrial design? So industrial design is a synthesis of technology. Okay. What we are doing in industrial design? We are we are merging the technology and human needs into a manufacturable products. Okay. So we are synthesizing this technology and the human needs into the manufacturing products. Okay. So this is industrial design. Okay, so in the industrial design part, so we have to have this business point of view. So in the business point of view, the first thing which says is make your product appealing to the customer or the consumer. So the consumer should like get attracted by the product. Okay, so what is the suggestion here is, see, even though the functionality may be less, or functionality if your budget component also, if it is budget and the functionalities are limited, still you have to focus more on the design part. If the design is good, it will be design and the appearance wise it is good, then people will buy your product. Okay, and then customize product in order to target different customers. So what you are doing, you are customizing. For example, the phone starts with 4,000 to 1 lakh. So depending upon the affordability of the person. Okay, if the person is ready to pay 4,000, you can buy that phone, as well as because you have to give more variations and more choices for the customer, so that he will give you some business. Okay, so and then develop the brand. So developing a particular brand is very important. So these three things will give you an overall view of the business point of view. Okay, next, if you go, so industrial design has two major things, that is ergonomics and aesthetics. So these two plays an very important role in the industrial design. Okay, so any product will mostly depends on any product to be like you want to sell the product, then these two play an very important role. Okay, so if you see here properly in the ergonomics is nothing but study of work class. See, you can observe that in the picture. I think all of you are able to see the screen. In the screen, you are able to see that a person is dragging the block. Okay, some hard block is dragging it. Can you suggest me something so that he can make his work useful? Okay, what he has to do? Can you suggest me some ideas so that he can make his work easier? So that he can make his work easier. Okay, wheels at the bottom, make the round. Okay, put locks below the block. Yes, you are true. Okay, use cart. Okay, use roller conveyors. True. You can use wheels. Okay. Any other suggestion, guys? I need more suggestion from you guys. I'm seeing your message. Use wheels. Vishwanath, correct. Okay, Chandrasekhar, true. Pushing. So pushing using JCB. Karthik, JCB fine, but you can see that is an old method. Here we are talking about a mechanical one. So what we can do? Carry on wheels. Yeah, we can agree with this. Okay, make a spare for roll wheels. Okay, you can use fulcrum and wheels. Okay, Nityananda, you can. Okay, next. Any other suggestion, guys? Yeah, trolley fine. Any other suggestion, guys? Instead of pushing with the roller. Okay, true. Use trolley. Okay, forklift. Okay, Okay, we can use slider. Okay, lift. Any other suggestion, guys? I need more response from you guys. Okay, I need more response. I'm waiting for your response. The guys who have not responded earlier, kindly text. Okay, text me in WhatsApp. Okay, I'm waiting for your responses. Okay, guys. Okay, so you can see that this is the before one. Okay, fine. Next, the after, what he is using, like he is using logs. Okay, so he can use some logs for the movement to make his work easier. Okay, so ergonomics is a science. Okay, so ergonomics is a science of fitting workplace conditions and job demands to the capabilities of the worker. Okay, it is a science. Okay, where how the how the worker can be fully utilized depending upon the given work, and to make his work easier, what are the techniques we are using, that is called as ergonomics. So the goal is to find a best fit between the workers and the job conditions, because this is the main thing where we are focusing on. The goals is to find a best fit. Okay, so that there is, so that the job demand as well as the capability of the worker both are managed together. Okay, so if at all you are using you are doing a work, then work in a repetitive way, so there are chances that you may get these type of disorders like cumulative trauma disorder and musculoskeletal disorder. What are these disorders? See, for example, the first one, it will be the health disorder arising from repeated biochemical stress on hands, wrist, elbows, shoulder, neck, and back. So this is where if a person is sitting in a wrong posture, okay, or using the mouse as a designer, if they are using the mouse for a very long time, then their thumb as well as the finger will start. You can feel the pain there, and also for the musculoskeletal disorder, even here also includes the nerve. Cartilages, ligaments, and muscles. Okay, how you are lifting the load, how you are moving the load. All these are the operators who are doing. So all these methods are there. So these, if you are not using a proper ergonomic design, these are the disorders which you can get. Okay, so this is the disorder you will be getting. So now you can see this. This is an ergonomics. This is you can observe this posture here. See, the lady is not sitting properly. Okay, this is not a good posture, as well as the design of the chair is not proper. You can observe that the design of the chair is not proper and it is not satisfying the ergonomic demands. So if you go to the next picture, you can see that the person is sitting properly. Okay, his posture is perfect. So he will posture is perfect. And further, if you this will give you some part of comfort. But if the design is done now, the design is developed in such a way that you can see the chairs are so designed in ergonomic way, ergonomically, that the sitting posture has been made very easy and with less comfort. Okay, if you are sitting for a very long time, people who are doing white collar jobs like designers or the people who are into design work as well as computer jobs, so they can use these type of chairs, ergonomically designed chairs, so that to reduce their back pain or anything. So here economics is mostly involved into like human to make the human comfort with the help of the products. Okay, whatever products we are using, make the like, will use design the product in such a way that if a person uses that, he will be comfortable. Okay, that person will be comfortable for him. Okay, and also like you can observe here we have beds. Okay, so the first bed and the second bed. Okay, the first bed. So you can observe that the first bed is an old type of bed. Okay, the second bed is a newly designed bed, so which you see in the hospitals. Okay, so the second part has an ergonomic design so that it will give less stress for the patient while getting up. Okay, in the first bed, he has to get from get while getting, there are chances that he may get the back pain, but in the second one it's not possible. Okay, yeah, you can. Yes, Ramchandra, I can understand the cost wise. Yes, you know that the cost wise it will be more, but uh, here there are things that the ergonomics or like health issues. Health will be the first thing. Okay, so we'll not see the cost there. So the health will be important. So in that point of view, ergonomic designs are most preferred. Okay, so instead of saving thousand in your design and making painful for the operator, and then he has to spend on hospital things, instead of that, he can use it. He can spend the same amount which is invested on the hospital. He can use it on the design and make it proper, no, so that it will give more comfort to the people. So that is more important. Okay, that is more important. Okay. Okay. And then, yeah, since, okay, okay, cause lightweight, do not compress in quality also. Okay, compromise in, okay, compromise in, okay, quality as well. Okay, okay, fine. We'll go to the next one. See, you can see that in your left side. Okay, left side, you can observe that. See, the person who is using mouse. Okay, the person who is using mouse and also like holding pen, they are having thumb problem, thumb pain. Okay, if they are if you are holding it for a very long time. To avoid that, we have an ergonomically designed mouse as well as ergonomically designed pen, so which will make your work effortless. Okay, the pain will be reduced and you can easily move it. Okay, these type of technologies and the design changes are evolving, and your designs are also from the traditional design, making more ergonomically and more human beneficiary designs are going on. Okay, so now, now we'll be closing with the ergonomics part. Okay, so ergonomics is nothing but it is a science where the designs are made in such a way that it will be the beneficiary for the humankind. Okay, beneficiary for the humankind in all the points. Okay, with the comforts, with the luxury, everything will be considered in that. Okay, so that's why ergonomic designs are most preferred, even though the cost it is slightly costly, but it is more comfortable. Okay, the people who are focused on comfortable still running. Yeah, I can understand there are traditional designs are still running because due to the like people are more concerned with the cost now. See, we Indians are mostly comfort, mostly depending upon the cost. If the cost is less, then we'll buy it. Even though if the quality is there or not, we'll not focus on the quality. That's the problem. Okay, so that we have to avoid. Okay, so we have to focus on more ergonomic designs, not on the cost wise. Okay, so that's why we are mostly into that's why we are trapped into the China, because China has no quality products, but it has cheaper products. So we Indians are mostly connected to that. Okay, so that's why we have to more focus on quality and comfortability than the cost. So that in that way, like it will help us to design more comfortable things. Okay, so that is important, and our daily life will change gradually. Nityananda, the ergonomic designs disadvantages regarding the cost wise, and there are many problems. There are some problems which cannot be fully solved by the ergonomics. So that's why the major disadvantage is the cost. Okay, that's why by more China models. Yeah. That's why we are buying more China products itself. So since we are mostly on the cost wise. Okay, guys. See, I'll be closing this ergonomics topic, and we'll be going to the next topic. I request you guys to just send me thumbs up if you like this ergonomic session. Okay, kindly send me thumbs up, super, or your symbol, so that I will come to know that you have understood something about this ergonomics part. Okay, so we'll be moving on to the next next thing. Thank you, guys. I'm getting good responses here. Sridhar, Akshay, Chandrasekhar, Chetan, Ramesh, Chetan Kumar, Kavita, Vinay, Manoj, Suhas, Ramchandra, Varun, Mohan Kumar, Nityananda, Kavya, Arun, Karthik GV. Yes, guys. I hope Supriya. Yes. We'll be moving on to the next topic, that is our aesthetics. Okay. So for the aesthetics, see, you can see on your screen that uh, okay, you can observe here. We have three products. Okay, so one, two, three products are displayed here. I want you guys to guess what are those products. Okay, first, second, and third products are displayed. Kindly tell me what are those products. Rohit, okay, Rohit, yeah, you have to tell me the number. Okay, Rohit, which is that number? You have sent me some message, right? What is that number? The first product, or the second product, or third product? See, this is the first one, second one, and third one. No, you are wrong. You are wrong, Rohit. Okay, Rangnath, you are right. Vinay, you are wrong. Okay, kindly think. No, Nityananda, you are wrong. Karthik, you are wrong. Suhas, you are right. Okay, kindly tell me all the three products. Okay, all the three products, and send me the numbers. Send me the numbers. Okay, the first one, second one, and the third one. Okay, tell me what are they? Third one. Okay, okay. No, Nityananda. Okay, okay. Tripod. Okay. CPU. Okay, okay. Helmet. Okay. Is there any other answers, guys? That's all we have. Guys who have not responded, other guys, kindly respond. Guys who have not responded, kindly respond. I want you to name the simple products. Name the simple products. Uh, Kavya, first two are correct. The third one is wrong. No, Sridhar, it's wrong. No, Arun, you're wrong. I want other response, guys. Where are you guys? Kindly respond. No, I'm waiting for your responses. Guys who are listening to the session, kindly respond, guys. Kindly tell me what the name of these products. Okay. Good responses. Yes. I'm getting good responses. Okay. So, guys, I'll be revealing the names. Okay. So, the first product is the Airwick. It is a air purifier. Okay, not CPU or not speaker or anything. The first one is the Airwick. Okay. The first one is the Airwick. Okay, can you guess the second one? Second one? Yeah, second one, Varun, you are right. Varun, you are right. Okay, the second one is the speaker. Okay, it's a Bluetooth speaker. Okay, the second one is the Bluetooth speaker. It is not helmet or mouse or anything. And can you tell me the third one? Third one looks like an alien, but it is not alien. Or like spider, it is also not spider. So what can be the third one? Third product, guess guys. No, it's not mic. Third product, guess. Grinder. Okay, you can. Okay, okay. Fork. No, 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 not fork. Tripod. No, it's not tripod. Hair dryer. No. Mixing. Okay, okay. Hanger. Making chapatis. Rangnath. No, no. You need to focus. Mixer. Okay. Stirrer. Holding device. Is that mixer? Okay, guys. Now I'll be telling the name of this third product. Okay, you have to observe now. See, it is nothing but a juice maker. You can see here. So it's a crazy design. Okay, it's appealing and a crazy, catchy design. Third one is a catchy design. Okay, this is a juice maker. So the third one is the juice maker. Okay, it's not a mic or a holder or anything. So the design say these. If you see the aesthetics, the designs are so crazy that like you'll be shocked about the design. Okay, so the fully crazy designs we are getting. Okay, full the most crazy designs you can see. Is it available in market? That is juice maker. Yes, it is available in market. Okay, it is available in market. It's a innovative juice maker. Okay, so why like while observing this, see everything. No, we started exploring these things. Okay, see an air wick, a speaker, or a juice maker. See, we were like irrespective of its function. So the looks, how they have made it appealing, so that even though we are not interested, like we feel like buying it. Okay, example, suppose you have been to some mall or any hyper bazaar. Okay, if you go there for the food bazaar or anything, so you see some shampoo bottles or some attractive packets or something, like even though you don't need it, you buy it off. Okay, because of its attractive design. Okay, there is a study, they tell that, so if you select that if you see the component, see that part for more than 10 minutes, or like not 10 minutes, not more than 1 or 2 minutes also, so there are chances that that person will buy that product. 70% chances that the product will be bought by that person. Okay, that's why that is appealing. That is the beauty of the product, how it is attracting the people. Okay, so our designs should be in such a way that, our designs should be in such a way that like it should be irrespective of its function, it should be very attractive, so that even though your functions are limited, but people will buy your product because of its attractiveness. So now that is what the aesthetics tells you. Okay, aesthetics is nothing but it is also a science. Okay, aesthetic is a science. It's a branch of philosophy that deals with the nature of beauty and taste. Okay, so it mostly depend upon how the product is how the product should be beautiful and more attractive. Okay, so that the buyers can start buying it. Okay, so you can observe there are in market you may find many plenty products which you don't need at present, but you try to buy it because of its attractiveness. So our designs has to be focused in that way. Yeah, you can convince the customer just by his design. So you don't need to explain the function, nothing. The design is super, pakka the people will buy your product. If the design if beauty of the design is good, it is appealing design, pakka people will buy. Okay, your products will sell like hotcakes. Pakka it will buy. But the problem is, if you have good function, it is functional, everything is proper, the design is not there, then your product will run you can't tell that the product will run or not, because totally depends on how the people see it. So now the customers are in such a mindset that if it is good, people will buy. But price also matters. Yes, I agree with that. Price also matters. See, there are people, because since only because of the brand and the beauty of a iPhone, people will buy that phone, even though it costs you 1 lakh. Even it costs you 1 lakh, there are people who are ready to buy. Okay, that's why, if you are been to since I'm talking for in behalf of Bangalore, so we have Mantri Mall, Garuda Mall. So there are so many malls where we have plenty of different products. People like, even when you go there, you feel it is very costly, but there are people buying it. Okay, so you can't now there people will not see the cost wise, they'll see the attractiveness. Yeah, functionality is also important, but see, while selecting the mobile, you don't see all the functionalities, right? So you see the basic one and then the beauty of the mobile. If the mobile is looking good, you will buy it off. You will not check all the features, everything. Okay, if the design is good, you will buy it off. So that is how the market is going on. Okay, so that is how the market runs. So that's why the aesthetics plays a very important role in wealth. So we have we have another concept of this. See, the first one is like beauty of the objective. Okay, objective in the sense, beauty to be objective. If the design is solving the required purpose and it is also appealing, then it is fine. That is one thing, objective. It is also subjective, that it also depends on the observer. Okay, you can design it according to the observer as well. Yeah, very less percentage of people will think about price part. So price, yeah, yeah, again the product product for example, well, let's say you want to buy a shampoo bottle. Okay, so again, you will see which shampoo bottle has more advertisement, you will buy that, right? So, if you have not heard of, if you don't buy any product, even though the product is organic, Ayurvedic, everything is there, you don't see the advertisement, you don't buy that product. If it is not in the advertisement, you will not buy that product. No? So again, you are looking for the how it is, how the look wise and how popular it is. Even though you are not there, you are not looking for the this one functionality, whether it is good or not. No, you are not looking for that. There you are not looking for functionality or how good it works. So there you are looking like how good it is being advertised, how good it is being convinced. So there we will focus on. Okay, so this is the aesthetics part. So next we can observe here that, see, the aesthetics has changed the product. Buying anything, yes, yes, design and price both matters. Yes, Arun, I agree with you. Okay, yes, this is also true. Okay, Shashidhar. Fine. See, we have see, you can see the system which was around 40, like you can say 1970s, 1980s system. Now we are having laptops. See, the difference was like we were having the CRT monitors. The CRT monitors were very huge, big. Okay, it was not at all looking good. Now our monitors are very thin. Okay, and the looks are attractive. People we are very comfortable with those things. Okay, it is more compact now. So the aesthetics is also making the things more compact as well. See, in the right side you can see the chair. Okay, chair has both the ergonomics design. So you can observe the ergonomics here. So the posture, the back support is very good, as well as the design is crazy. So the design part is very crazy. So the people will buy this product, obviously. So or like people will have the desire of buying this product at least. If the cost is a problem, so people will at least think of, yeah, this product is good in the first view if you compare with any other chase. So this is how the aesthetics plays a very important role in capturing the market. Okay, if you want to capture the market and capture it, then these two terminologies in the design part are very important. That is one industrial design, that is ergonomics and aesthetics. So ergonomics and aesthetics plays a very important role. Okay, so you have to be careful while designing. You make sure that your beauty of design, how like aesthetically how the design has been made, as well as ergonomically how the design is made. Okay, these 2 points are very important. Okay, so now guys, we'll be moving on to our next topic, or next topic, that is GD&T. Okay, we'll be moving on to that topic. So I want you like we'll be closing this industrial design part. Okay, guys, if you have any doubts, or like if you have not understood anything, you can ask me. Okay, I'll try to answer your questions. Okay, and if you don't have any doubts, send me thumbs up, super, or your symbol, so that it will make me to go to the next session. I want your response, guys. How was the session till now? Okay, I want your response, guys. How was the session till now? Did you like the session? Is it interesting? Okay, am I boring you? You can send me all the responses. I'll be waiting for your response, guys. Okay, okay. I need more response, guys. Yes, Vishwanath. I think Vishwanath, this is, yeah. Okay, Kavya. Okay, what about consideration of quality factor in industrial design, sir? Yes. Okay, the quality also plays an important role, but you can see who thinks about quality. I'll tell you something. See, you will be familiar with watches, right? If you consider the watches, see, HMT watches quality is very good. Quality wise, HMT watch is very good till now. Till now, my grandfather wears that watch, which is more than 40 years old. Still, it is good, working well, working good, pakka, in a very good provision. But now, like, we are not at all looking for the quality now. See, nobody ready to buy HMT watch, right? Nobody is ready to buy HMT watch. Nobody is ready to buy HMT watch. They are very much busy with Titan. Okay, Titan, Zook, something. New products are there. So in that way, that way, if you see, so the quality, now we are not concerned with the quality of the product. More we don't. If we were concerned on quality of the product, then we would have not buy the China products. We would have not buy the China products, right? So you can think in that way, Karthik GB. You can think in that way. Yeah, it is an informative session. Thank you very much, guys. The manufacturing of this crazy design, also manufacturing, yes, for long term user, quality matters more. Yeah. So how, like, I can tell you, like, if you are a long term user, like how long you are using your mobile? How long? 1 year, 2 year, maximum 3 years. After that, your technology will be gone, and you will be trying to buy new mobile. Even in terms of the machines also. Now the machines are developing. Now you don't need to go for material removal operations. You can go with 3D printings. So the technology is been upgraded. Maximum 2 years you can interested in buying the like you can keep that mobile for 2 years. After 2 years, it will be outdated for you. So you will not be taking that. Does this depends on warranty of the product too? Design, yes, actually while designing they will decide whether the how much, what will be the durability of the product. So depending upon that, and also the technological developments. So now the technology is like running like anything. Okay, so that's why you will have, and the design depends on, yes. Okay. Okay, Ramesh. Okay, so we'll be going to our next session, guys. Next part. So next part is we'll be discussing about the GD&T. Okay. Okay, you can see our industrial design. Varun, I agree with you. We can't throw the product every 2 years, but it is helpless, right? See, the technologies are updating, so you can't be in an old technology. So every time you need to upgrade yourself, otherwise you will be outdated. You'll be outdated. So in that way, so what we have to take care is, see, once we have to make sure that whatever products we are doing, it should be recyclable. You can't, obviously, you can't keep the same product for 20 years, but you have to change the product, but we have to make sure that whatever material we are using, it should be recyclable, then it will be helpful. So what I feel. Okay, we'll be moving on to the next topic. Okay, okay guys, to do product design, yes, market survey is a must thing to do. Market survey is a very important one. Okay, okay guys, this is fine. So we'll go to the next one. So our next topic, so you can observe here in on the screen, you can see there are more technological innovations happening. So in terms of spectacles, chairs, okay, and there are many things, so which will be evolving every time, okay, depending upon the human comforts. Okay, we'll go to the next one. Guys, you are able to see three figures, right? Can you tell me what is those, what are those, what are those three pictures? Can you tell me what are those three pictures? Are you able to read that? Guys, are you able to read that? If you are able to read that, tell me what is that. Okay, 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 okay. Yeah, yeah. You are able to read. Sridhar, you tell me what is that. Okay, okay. Since you are able to, yeah, traffic. Okay, okay. I think everyone knows that this is a traffic rules. Okay. So now we'll go to the next one. Next slide. See, can you see what is this? Okay, so the same thing, okay, with symbols. Now tell me which is easy to recognize, symbols or the wordings? Symbols or wordings? Which is easy to recognize? Symbols or signs, we can say. These symbols are signs. Okay, Karthik, you're with the wordings. Karthik GV, you mean to say you are like you want to focus on wordings? Okay, fine. Okay, 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 okay. Yeah, yeah, Naveen. Symbols are easier. See, what happens is, see, you can observe here. Okay, guys, you symbols are easy. Yes, that is true. See, if you observe these two, okay, if you can observe here. See, you no left turn, no U turn, right hand curve. Okay, for reading this, it takes time for me. Okay, by seeing on spontaneously I can react to it. So the symbols are very important. Okay, reading takes time. Okay, see, for example, there will be a danger symbol. If you start reading that, okay, if you start reading it, it will take a lot of time. Okay, it may take at least 10 seconds for you, and you may get into difficulty, right? But once the sign is seen or the symbol is seen, so on spot you will come to know that what is the symbol means, and you can react accordingly. So here the symbols are the like easy way of understanding, easy way of communication. Okay, so symbols are easy to communicate rather than writing, because even the illiterates can understand. If you start writing, so the only the literate, who the people who are educated, they can understand. So here the illiterates. Okay, yeah, Vishwanath, you are right. Signs attract attention. Yes, and symbols are the universal language. True, because there like anybody can uneducated. Yes, yes, Nityananda, I agree with you. See, the what happens is Symbols are easy to recognize. Yes, Arun, I agree. Rudresh, yes. If known about signal signs, it is easy. Yes, the symbols are understandable. Yes, true. See, you can see that the symbols are very easy to recognize. Okay, it is very easy to understand as well. Okay, so that's why, that is the reason, major reason why we are using symbols in GDNT. Okay, GDNT is full of symbols. Okay, so no writings there. Okay, it is only focused on symbols. So what is GDNT? So GDNT is nothing but geometric, dimensioning and tolerance. Okay, GDNT consists of three topics: geometric, dimensioning and tolerance. It is a system of symbols, rules and definition used to define geometry of mechanical parts. Okay, so it is used to define the. Yes, Chandrasekhar, I am able to get all of your message in WhatsApp, but I won't be able to take your name every time. Okay, so I'll be just seeing your message and responding accordingly. Okay, Vishwanath. Okay, okay, I am able to hear, like, see your message as well. Okay, okay, Chandrasekhar. Okay, we'll go to this. See, GD&T improves communication. Okay, for mechanical designer, a designer to communicate with his manufacturing team, he has to use GD&T symbols itself. Okay, that is one thing. Then it improves better product design. Okay, it provides the product design will be corrected and improves product tolerance. So now, guys, like, GD&T is an important part. So now what we will do is, we will. I want to tell you a small story about GD&T. Okay, if you are ready to hear the story, then send me thumbs up. Yes, Sayed, I agree with you. Okay, so if you are ready to hear the story, then send me thumbs up, guys. Okay, it's a very small story about GD&T. If you are ready to hear it, send me thumbs up. I need more response, guys. Vishwanath, Akshay, I need your responses. Oh, I'm getting good response as well. Okay, I need more response. Okay, I feel the people are interested in hearing stories. Good. Okay, okay, okay. Supriya, Anil, Chetan. What about other new guys? I'm not getting their responses. So there are in our group, in our session, there are some mute guys who don't message. They don't know to message. What is that? Huh? Or my voice is not audible to them, or they are simply dummy. What you can say, dummy spectators. No, guys. See, this is an session where you have to go, or like, you have to communicate. Okay, this is the only way of communication is WhatsApp for me. Okay, guys, we'll continue. We'll go with the story. Okay, let's start with the story. I'll start with the story. Okay, so he is Mr. Operator, and handsome guy, and he is Mr. Designer. So our the major two characters are our Mr. Operator and Mr. Designer. Mr. Operator and Mr. Designer. Now what happens is, Mr. Mr. Designer Mr. Designer gives an task to the operator, telling, see, he has given 5 shafts and 5 holes. Okay, 5 shafts is given and 5 holes is given. In the 5 shafts, so he has given the dimension of the diameter of the shaft as well as diameter of the hole. So now the major purpose is to make the assembly. Okay, so this is what the data given by the designer to the operator. Okay, so now the operator goes and start the manufacturing part. Okay, once the manufacturing is done, he observes that not even a single piece is getting assembled. Okay, for our case, for the assembly to take place, our shaft size should be less and our hole size should be more. But here, if you observe here, the shaft size is more and the hole size is less. So everywhere the shaft size is more, the hole size is less. So obviously the assembly is not taking place. Now what happens? The variation in dimension, the designer gets into confusion. Okay, designer gets into confusion. Now he will ask the operator, why is this happening? So the operator suggests that, see, My capability is for shaft to maintain 0 point plus or minus 0.25 mm, and for the hole to maintain 0.2 mm. This is my process capability. So you have given something which is beyond that, like I don't know what to do. Now this is now the designer is now the this is a smart as answer given by the operator. Now designer is in trouble. So uh, designer thinks like, okay, now the first lesson for the designer is you have to first check the process capability of your in-house, so your workforce or your machine. So what is the process capability? You can't simply design whatever you need. Okay, that is not possible. You can't design whatever you need. Okay, simply you can't design that. First of all, you have to see uh, first of all you have to see first thing what you have to do is you have to check whether the part is the okay, the part is compatible from in your company or not. Otherwise you can't do the design. Okay, that you have to be careful. So now the designer what he does it, he makes a plan, and he suggests the operator that, see, I want the assembly to be done, the shaft has to be inserted in the hole. What you do is you reduce all the size, like the shaft size should always be undersized. So since you told you can maintain 0.25, make minus 0.25, and the whole size should always be oversized. So plus 0.15. This is what you have to do. Okay, this is a suggestion given by him. Okay, so the hole will always be oversized and the shaft will always be undersized. Undersized means the shaft size should always be small and the hole size should always be big. In that way, logically, the shaft will go in, inserted into the hole. So now the design will be done. So now the designer is happy. He thought, okay, I have done this properly. Now the manufacturing is done. Manufacturing is done. Now again the same problem, the assembly is not happening. Now that again the designer is in of total confusion. He calls the operator and he tells the operator to measure. They measure them. So when they measure, it is showing the shaft size to be 21.95 and the hole size to be 22. So obviously the hole size is more, shaft size is less. Hole size is more and the shaft size is less. Obviously the assembly should happen, but still the assembly is not happening. Now the designer is very angry on operator. Say what is happening. So again the operator the designer again measures the shaft. Okay, when he measured the other side, it is 22.2 mm and the edge part it is 21.95 mm. So what is happening, the first few mm is fine, the others are not corrected. Now the designer asks the operator, why you have done like this. So then while giving the dimensions, so he has given that, you can see in the slide what he has given the data. At the edges he has mentioned it is a 22 mm and only at the edges he has mentioned 22 mm. So he has measured only at these points, not all the total points. He did not understand that. Now the major problem is the designer is in big trouble now. Okay, he is in big trouble. Okay, he is in big trouble now. So now he is like what to do, and then he thinks of brainstorming. Okay, let's make a plan for it so that the operator can understand and do the work properly. So he comes up with 3 points. Should I write it on the drawing? So if he starts, like, if the first point is considered, if he starts writing everything on the drawing, then there will be less drawing and more writings. So the drawings will be less, writings will be more. So that will be again confusing. Then he thought of, should I tell the operator verbally? So if he start communicating with the operator, if we start communicating with the operator, like say shift where every shift he has to go and suggest the operator, tell the operator, there are chances that communication problem may happen. And the third point, should I advise some common set of symbols? So the should I advise a common set of symbols? This this was the good session. It's a good suggestion. Okay, because if the symbols are common set of symbols are suggested, then it will be easy for anyone to understand. No need of telling them repeatedly again and again, again and again. Repeated telling is not required. So the third point is good. Syed, you figured it out earlier itself. Yes, the third point is good. The third point is perfect. So the designer plans for it and he defines a symbol called as cylindricity. So what does the cylindricity say is you have to maintain 0.15 tolerance throughout this shaft, not on some one part or the other part. Throughout the shaft, the same dimension has to be maintained. So in this way, from this story, the designer learned that see without judging the capability of the in-house or his workforce, he can't design anything, and his design should be so simple that even an illiterate operator can also start his work. It should be so simple and so simply understood that anybody can understand it. That should be the logic. Are you clear with this? That should be the logic. So this was the logic behind the GD&T. So that's why we started using the symbol. Okay, guys, I think you people have heard this story. Can you send me thumbs up so that did you like the story? If the story was good, you send me super. If the story was not good, you can send me thumbs down. See the Syed, the logic was like this here they are using the symbol. Okay, once the symbol is defined, so anybody, an uneducated person can also understand. Okay, if you like the story, kindly send me thumbs up, guys, super button or yo symbol, so that I'll come to know you people are hearing to me, you are alive, and you are hearing to my words. If you have liked this, yes. So again, you can observe this here. Here in this left side figure, there is no GD&T applied, no geometrical symbols or nothing has been shown here. Okay, but if you see in the okay, yeah, thank you guys, thank you for your response. Yeah, you have liked. Okay, thank you for liking the story. Okay, so if the story. See, basic education has to be given, Arun. So they have to understand. At least the symbols has to be understood. Okay. So we have to make sure that as a designer, we have to make the operators understand about the design. Okay, I'll show you how best we can make. Okay, okay. We are going for the in the next session. We'll be doing the same thing, Rangnath. You kindly see the session. Okay, you'll get all the details. Huh? Okay, okay. So if you see this here in the left side figure, there is no tolerance or anything mentioned here, but the dimensions are given. Now it is according to the dimension only. So everything is according to the dimension. The problem is here it is not flat or perpendicular. The position is not, the whole position is not proper. Here the circularity is not there. Here as well profiles are not proper because the GD&T is not used. If the GD&T is used, see in this figure you can see the GD&T is used. So since the GD&T is applied, so you can see the product is super. The product is proper. Okay. So here we have we have 14 symbols for geometrical characteristic symbols. These are the major symbols. Okay. So these were first one is form, profile, orientation, location, and runout. The first two are independent features. The others are dependent features, which are related features. Okay. Now what we have done is this is an attempt. Uh, I'm able to hear somebody's voice. Kindly mute your mic, pa. Kindly mute your mic. Supriya, mute your mic. Okay. Okay. See, this is an attempt to correlate GD&T to normal day-to-day usage of different things. So now what we have done is to make you understand and memorize the symbol properly. So understand the symbol. So we have given some we have related GD&T to normal days. So you can see here, you can observe these pictures. Okay, in the GD&T, the first one is the straightness. Okay, you can see the straightness is walking on the pipe to cross the river. If the pipe is straight, then only you can cross the river. Otherwise, crossing the river is difficult. So this is called as straightness. Flatness. See, the vessel can rest on the oven only when both the surfaces are flat. Okay, then we have circularity, giant wheel rotation, and then we have cylindricity. Cylindricity is a combination of straightness and circularity. So two pipes can get inserted only when both have good cylindricity, by both are straightness as well as circularity is there. Then we have profile type. So in the profile you can observe the profile of a line and the profile of a surface. So it is the tire tracing the hump. Okay, this is the tire tracing the hump, you can observe here, tire tracing the hump. Then we have parallelism, seating face to ground, perpendicularity stem to blade, angularity tap to the water flow. This is orientation type. Now we have location type. We have position. So obviously you would have seen this shooting targets, right? PUBG to shooting targets. That is the position symbol. So this Rangoli, I think in India, everyone knows about the Rangoli. So this is the center and inner outer circle. The symmetry is butterfly body, and then runout circles. Runout circles are like carousel. This is an game. So this is the runout type. So in this way, like you can observe that we have related this form type, profile type, orientation type, location type, and also runout type to different day-to-day life examples, so that we can relate it well. We can understand this well. Okay. So this is GD&T part, and then guys, you have any doubts with these pictures, GD&T? So if you have any doubts, you can ask me. If you did not understand any of the symbol, if the examples are good, really good, and you like the pictures, kindly send me thumbs up. If the examples are good, send me thumbs up, guys. If you understood the symbol properly, then you send me thumbs up, super, anything, so that I'll make sure that I'll come to know your. Okay, runout is something like, see, what is this runout? Runout is we are checking checking the roundness as well as straightness of the body of the part. Okay, this has been checked. Okay, the roundness as well as the straightness of this cylinder is being checked with respect to this cylinder. The same thing if you are talking about the cylindricity, it is an independent quantity, and here the runout is an dependent quantity. So these runouts are usually done for the shaft. This is done for the shaft. How cylindricity? Yeah, runout is different from cylindricity. I told you, no, runout is an dependent quantity because here this part is been fixed. Okay, the datum. This is the datum A. This is fixed with respect to this. The measurement is done. If this part is wrong, again this will be wrong. But if you take the cylinder, it is independent. It is wholly on its own. That is the difference. Yeah, I have explained you, Rohit. Examples are good. Thank you. I'll show you. I'll show you. I'll show you. Yeah, you can design that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we can. If you have any suggestion, Varun, you can make. Okay, if there is any, you can make. So we correlated to the normal day-to-day activities. So if you have any suggestions, like you can tell me so that I will take care in for my next session. So, Okay, okay, guys. Okay, so we'll go to the next one. So we'll have a quick recap. Okay, okay. So we will now we will go to the next one. A quick recap of tolerance, limits, and fits. Okay, so we'll be discussing about this now. See the tolerance part, limits, and the fit part. Okay, what is a tolerance? Okay, suppose I give you example. Suppose I tell you to drill a 30 hole. Okay, so 30 hole. So if you are doing that, what will be the requirements? Is the first thing is I need a drill bit. Okay, and then a drilling machine. Okay, a drilling machine and a fixture to hold my component. So all these are requirements are there. And then once the requirements are all solved, once the drilling is done, see you, can you achieve the 30 exactly? No. 30 exact drill, very difficult to find. Okay, and if it is available also, like if you start, there'll be some errors. See, errors are not at all avoidable. Unavoidable errors like human error, machine error, slightly measurement errors. So these are all very very slight errors will be there. Okay, if you want to avoid the error, okay, if at all you are planning to avoid all the errors, then you have to involve robots. If the robots are there, then obviously the errors will be reduced, but the problem is the cost will increase. For drilling a 30 dia, you may get 10 rupees or 20 rupees. For that, you can't invest 1 lakh or 2 lakhs or crores rupees. So it's not possible. So what we did is, see, instead of focusing on only 30 exact, see, we may gave some tolerance, allowance. Okay, allowance. Okay, so allowance like if no need to be exactly 30 it can be either 29.9, 30 and 30.1. So if it is in this range, then it is acceptable. If it is in this range, it is acceptable. So accepting the inaccuracy is called as tolerance. Okay, see, the 29.9 and 30.1 are not in the accuracy. They are inaccuracies, but still we are accepting so that our design will be done properly. So that's why this is called as tolerance. Then comes the limits. So we have upper limit and the lower limit. So in this case, the upper limit and the lower limit depends on the first and the last dimension in the range of the tolerance. Then comes the fits. So fits, there are three types of fits. So one is clearance fits, interferent fit, and transition fit. So when we are talking about the clearance fit is nothing but putting the charging point, that is a charging plug into the socket. Okay, or charging point into your phone one, because your charge the phone slot will be slightly of the here much bigger dia as compared to your your charging point. So that will be your clearance fit. Then interference fit is your ring in your index finger, ring in the index finger, which is very tight. Once it is fixed, you will not be able to remove it easily. And then comes the transition fit, then that is a pen and cap example. Okay, so it is a combination of interference fit and transition fit, sorry, interference and clearance fit. So this was a small recap of tolerance, limits, and fits. Okay, so now we will go to the next one called as GD&T, material conditions. Okay, yeah, yes, Avinash, you are correct. When there is a positive clearance, that's what I was explaining. So when if there is a positive clearance, then there will be a clearance fit. If there is a negative clearance, it will be an interference fit. If it is a combination of positive as well as negative, it will be transition fit. Adjustable fit is called as transition fit. Yes, Sayed, you can get into our. You will get the videos. Okay, you will get the video. No, no, no. Don't leave the group, Chandrasekhar. Don't leave the session. You can restart it. Okay. Now, are you able to hear me? Now, are you able to hear me, Chandrasekhar? Is my voice audible to you? Okay. Fine. So in the material conditions, so we have maximum material condition and minimum material condition. So it is like our shirt size. See, shirt with same size but in large, and shirt with the same size but in small. Okay, so this is our maximum material condition and minimum material condition. So now this is called as a GD&T feature control frame, where you will be observing this dimension, then comes geometrical characteristic symbol, then comes diameter symbol, tolerance value, material condition modifier, and then primary datum, secondary datum, tertiary datum. These three are the datum points. Okay, datum or the reference which we are giving. So this is about the GD&T. So now once this is done, like I'll explain you how this GD&T has been implemented using the SolidWorks. Okay, in the SolidWorks, how GD&T can be implemented easily. So we will discuss about that. Okay, how GD&T can be will be implemented. Okay, so guys, if you are interested in knowing how GD&T will be implemented in SolidWorks, kindly send me thumbs up, guys. Oh, I'm getting good responses. Yes. Okay, guys. Let's we will continue with our next part, that is the SolidWorks. See, we are using SolidWorks 2018. We are using SolidWorks 2018. Okay, so what we are like, let's start our design here. See, I'll make a small design and then show you how the GD&T can be easily implemented. Let's go to the top plane, go to the feature, go to the sketch, go to the sketch here. We have a circle. Okay, so then let's give dimension to this. So this is 100. Then we'll exit here. See, in this session, like I'll not be explaining you all the options how to use all these things. Like I'll be explaining now we have 20 here. Okay, then let's create a hole. Select the hole. So select the position, then go to this. Okay, we'll select the size here. Let it be standard 12 in position. Okay, so this is done. Okay, this part is completed. So now so now we'll have uh, not mirror, sorry, we'll have circular pattern. Then we'll be selecting this face, and here we'll be having 90 degrees. 90 degrees. Okay, so this is done. Then we'll again drill a hole of sorry, slightly more than this. Let's take 20 mm position. Okay, so this is completed. So now you can observe that we have like done with this part. Now adding the now how we are adding this dimension. So we'll be using model based definition. Okay, so for this you have to go to this dim expert manager. Dim expert manager, you have to select the dim expert manager here. and then you can observe this auto dimension scheme. So you click on this auto dimension scheme and then select geometric. Okay, so geometric has to be selected. Then the primary datum, I'll select this as my primary datum. The second one, this is my secondary datum. So two datums are more than enough. And then I will click OK. So once the OK button is clicked, see, you can observe, see here, all the dimensions will appear. All these dimensions are appearing. So these are all dimensions, GD&T frames. Okay, so these are GD&T frames. So which will appear, it will automatically take depending upon the dimensions which we have given. So it will automatically take the dimensions. And if you want this to appear on your page, like drafting part, what you have to do, you have to go to the new part here, then select the make drawing. Okay, so you have to save this. Let's say we'll save some name here, and then we have taken the drawing part. Then we'll be selecting the SN tools format. Okay, now if I just drag it here, okay, so nothing appears. Okay, so that's what the same thing. If I click here and then import annotation, click on the import annotation, then dim my expert annotation. Now you drag it here. You can select. Now you can drag it. So you can observe all the GD&T symbols are appearing. Okay, you will see all the GD&T symbols. Okay, so this is how you can bring the same dimensions in the drafting as well. Hope you guys have got this. Hope you guys have got this. Okay, if you have any doubts or anything, you can you can ask me. Otherwise, you can send me thumbs up so that I will go to the next topic. Kindly send me thumbs up, guys, if you understood how the GD&T can be introduced in the SolidWorks. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, guys, for your responses. I need more response. Okay, how to do how to do manually. Like we have in the drafting, we have GD&T option where you can give the datum and the numbers. Okay, so that will be. But since it's an easy one, you can use it here. So even this is editable as well. Okay, so now we will. Yeah, this is one thing. See, now we are moving on to the last session of our workshop. Okay, so after this session I'll be explaining you some like what is the procedure of getting the certificate. Okay, so kindly after this session don't leave the session. Okay, after this topic don't leave the session, kindly wait till the session gets over, so that we'll be explaining you how you will be getting the you'll be getting the certificate. Okay, so that part is very important. So that's why kindly wait. Okay, kindly be patient, and we'll be completing as fast as possible. Okay, so now we'll go to the next topic called as jigs and fixtures. So this is our last topic. Okay, Supriya, are you able to hear me now? Supriya, are you able to hear me? Are you able to hear me, guys? Okay, fine. So now, so we'll be going to the next topic called as jigs and fixtures. Okay, so I'll be talking about this part. Okay, so jigs and fixtures. See, you can see here. This is the drill jig, and the other one you are seeing, it is the milling fixture. Okay, that is an assembly fixture as well. So what is jigs and fixtures? Okay, so the successful running of mass production depends upon the interchangeability to facilitate easy assembly and reduction of unit cost. So the mass production, to make the mass production more effective and accurate in their operation, you can't have the same setting for thousand. If you want to make a same repetitive part 10,000 times or 1 lakh times, you can't like for maintaining the same settings every time, it takes time. So that's why what we do is we have an fixture or a jig, so that it will be fixed, and we will be using that, so that all our parts will be manufactured with the same accuracy, no change in the accuracy of the other parts. So for example, that is what the jig means, jigs and fixture means. So individually, jig is nothing but it is a work holding device, then supporting device, as well as locating device, and guides the cutting tool. So it holds the workpiece, supports the workpiece, and also locates the guide, and it shows the way where the machining has to be done. Okay, so usually the jigs are made for the drilling purpose. Okay, so jigs are made for the drilling purpose, and the fixture, if you see, it is a work holding device that holds, supports, and but does not locate. Okay, so it will hold you, support you, but it will not guide the cutting tool to do the operation. It will not guide. Okay, it is not a guiding part, but it will hold and support the workpiece. Okay, like wise, machine wise, checks. Okay, these are the examples of fixtures. Now what are the difference between jigs and fixtures? Okay, these different the with the definition, we all know that jig locates and holds and guides the work tool, but here only the holding and the locating is there in the fixture. So elements which are like work locating elements, tool guiding elements, and work clamping elements are used. Here work locating element, work clamping elements are used in fixtures. So jig is a lighter design, fixture is a heavier design. Application wise, the jigs are used majorly for the drilling, and fixtures are used major for milling and turning. So special features like we have drill bushes in the jig, but in the fixture we have feeler gauges, as well as setting blocks to adjust the position of the tool in relative to the work. Okay, this is a difference. Now, what is the application? Why we have to use jigs and fixtures? So it will reduce the production, increase the production, reduce the cost of production, increase the production. So no need of skilled laborers. An unskilled labor can do this. See, if you give the jigs to him and tell him to drill, he will do the drilling for 1,000, because no, he has to not use. There is no need of using his mind. Okay, he has to just follow the instructions. So in that way, the unskilled laborers can be used. Okay, so reduced quality control expenses. So once the fixture is there or jig is there, the quality control will no need of checking the quality again and again. So it use improves the safety, and accidents are low. So this is the use of jigs and fixtures. And what are the fundamental principles we have to keep in our mind to design the jigs and fixtures? The first one is the locating points. Then comes the foolproofing. Foolproofing is a technology where the repetition should not take place. Okay, for example, if you want to place the jig on the material, then the jig has to be placed in only a particular way, not on the all the ways, so that the full proofing will be there. Then reduction in idle time, weight of jigs and fixtures, jigs provided with feet, materials for jigs and fixtures, clamping devices. All these are to be taken, because clamping is also required, for holding the jigs and fixtures. So these are the fundamental principles which you have to keep in your mind before designing this. Okay, designing jigs and fixtures. Now we'll move on to the next one, like a demo on jigs. Okay, I'll be showing you, like I'll be giving you a demo on jigs and fixtures in the SolidWorks. Okay, we can observe that due to the lack of time, so you can observe we have the body. This is the component. Okay, we'll open the component. Okay, so this is the component. Okay, so this is a drill has to be done. Okay, this is the component. Okay, this type of components will be repeatedly coming, and we have to make a box jig for this. We'll be creating a box jig. Okay, now next is we'll go for the body part. Okay, see, body here, the dimensions are like, let me tell you, see, jigs and fixture design are functional design. See, until unless the functions are okay, we are not worried about the dimensions. Dimensions can be anything. Anything for the manufacturing, economical manufacturing, economical manufacturing. So here we are not concerned with the dimensioning, but we are more concerned with the functionality. So this is the this is the body inside which the part will be placed, and then we have another part. You can observe the other part, another part called as bush. Okay, you can see the bush here. So this is the bush, so upon which the drill will be there. So why we are using bush? It is a guiding tool for doing the drilling operations. So next, you can observe, the assembly, how the assembly has been assembly has been done. So if you observe this, see, this is the block. Okay, so we'll do the assembly of this. Okay, which will like we'll take new, go to the assembly. Okay, the first thing is we will open the component. So let the component come here. So the uh, component has been placed. Okay, so next we will go start with the other body. So the body is here. Okay, so you have to take care about the body. Okay, so this is the body. Okay, so this is the body. We'll mate this body. We'll mate the body with this. See, now we have axis, like I'll add temporary axis to this. So you can observe there is a axis to this. So now I'll go to the mate part. Then I'll select this temporary axis, this axis as well as this axis. So now they get coincided. Okay, then this side and this side, so it gets connected. Okay, so now we will be using a bush. Okay, so the bush again will take the axis. So this axis as well as this axis will get connected. Okay, and this side, this part and what will get connected. Okay, so now the bush is ready, and we are having a clamp here. So the clamp for holding the workpiece, and now the drilling can be done on this. So this will be very easy. No need of finding the position, checking the position. Nothing is required. Okay, so once the bush is there, the unskilled labor will know he has to insert the drill inside this bush. So obviously, easily he will do the drilling operation. Okay, so this is more helpful. This is one of the kind of jigs called as box jig. Okay, so this is purely for creating the hole. Okay, so we'll go on with the further in the session. So this will be my the topic, last topic. So if you have any doubts or anything, okay, you can ask me. Okay, you can ask me the doubts. Okay, this is I'll give you 5-10 minutes for asking your doubts, so that anything you want to ask, you can make a note of it. You can ask me, and I can explain you after this session. Okay, Kavya. After this, like you can start sending me all your doubts, and once the session is completed, I'll individually communicate with you and explain you. If you don't have any doubts, so what you can do is you can send me the thumbs up button, so that I can go with the next and tell you the procedure for getting the certificate. If everything is fine, if you don't have any doubts, we'll go with the further. Guys, I need more response. People, kindly respond properly. Like, I'm expecting more response from you guys. Okay, so I'm getting more thumbs ups, so you don't have any doubts. Okay, fine, we'll go with the next session. So here so this is about the host. I am the host. I am Sumantes Atreya. I'm a mechanical design coach, currently training amateurs as well as experienced designers in CAD programs like CATIA, NX, SolidWorks, ProCreo, Solid Edge, from basics to advanced level. Also conduct workshops like these type of free workshops, as well as paid sessions so that to educate the students about the new technology. And also, like we are associated with many startups where we are mostly focused on waste management projects. Okay, so next, this is related to our company SN Tools. So we undertake all type of mechanical works. Okay, like mechanical project, intensive micro level manufacturing, servicing, commissioning, annual maintenance of die and tool, operation maintenance of mechanical installation, etc. Okay, you can see the pictures. These are our facilities. Okay, this is our facility, and these are our models which we have recently given to our clients. So this is one of them from the Cult Fit. Okay, and you can observe that this is an crusher. Okay, so you can see it's a plastic crusher which has been designed for the waste management. Okay, we have also these are also a crusher. Then we have done different types of different parts for Unibic cookies. Okay, TCS. So many different companies. Okay, and if you have any such requirement, then you can contact us after this session. After this session. Okay, and apart from manufacturing industry point, we also conduct workshops for the engineers on various design topics, on manufacturing related topics. We also provide educational internships and diploma. Guys who are interested in learning this learning software or getting into more into production, they can contact us. We can help you. We are in Rajajinagar Industrial Estate, Bangalore, Karnataka. Okay, yeah, we also help you for the placements as well. So you can you can communicate with us for the placements also, Sayed. Okay. So then comes the course part. Like we have at present, we are teaching SolidWorks, CATIA, and AutoCAD. Okay. So these three softwares. So if you are interested in learning any of this software, you can contact us after this session. Okay, and also like we also have advanced courses for specially tailored for mechanical students like Python, mechanical machine learning, and mechanical artificial intelligence. So these are the upcoming courses which are which are which are very necessary, like which will be helping, which are now very booming, very trendy topics. If you are interested in learning these softwares online as well as offline, you can contact us. And now coming to the certificate part. See, we are asking a favor from you. Okay, after this session we'll be sending you an Google form. Kindly fill that Google form, and also we request you to, like, the Google form will be in this so this is an industrial Google form. So you can observe this Google form here. So you have to fill all the all the questions. Once this is done, you have to click on submit. So that is the first part. Once this is done, like you can we also provide you another link where you have to go to our YouTube page, where you have to go to our YouTube page. This is our YouTube page, and here our industrial workshop professional. So this is the video which we have uploaded. Kindly subscribe our channel as well as comment here. Okay, after commenting, kindly send the screenshot. Once the screenshot is received, you will be getting the certificate. Okay, we'll be sending you the certificate. So why the screenshot is necessary? Because sometimes the Google hides the comment due to the COVID. They are hiding some of the comments. That's why we'll not be able to find it out. So that's why it will be helpful for us if you subscribe and then send it. See, I'll be explaining the procedure for this. First, you have to fill the Google form, submit it, and then you have to go to the YouTube. Then go to the YouTube link. So you will find the YouTube link. We'll be giving you the YouTube link, as well as you will find the YouTube link here. Okay, so you'll find the YouTube link here. So you can make use of that YouTube link, and then click on this, and you have to subscribe our channel, and then accept and then comment here. Comment your negative, whatever you felt about this session. You have to comment like it may be positive or negative, whatever it is, it will be very helpful for us to improve as well as give more lectures on this. So it will be a motivational for us. So I will I request everyone to everyone who are in the session, kindly comment on this, comment and give your valuable feedbacks. Okay guys. Okay, and if the certification process is clear, then you can send me thumbs up, guys. If the certification part is clear with you, you can send me thumbs up. You can send me thumbs up. Okay, and you can also give me you can tell me how the session, overall session was. Okay, you can tell me here, as well as you can give your valuable feedbacks. Okay, this will be an energy, like your feedbacks will be it will be an encouraging for us to do more and more videos and more workshops in this way, so that we can educate to more and more engineers. So if so, yeah, yes, Varun, like we'll be sending the link to your WhatsApp number. Okay, all the links will be sent to your WhatsApp number, and all the details, everything will be sent to your WhatsApp number. Okay, so you have to just check that and then start you start answering it. Okay, so once the session ends, you will be getting this message. Okay, you'll be getting the message once the session ends. You'll be getting the message. Okay, so you have to click on you'll get two links. You click on the Google review link as well as YouTube link, and do the activities. So once that is done, we'll be sending you the certificates. Is that clear, guys? Yes, Ramchandra. In future also, I will be conducting this type of trainings. You can be in touch with us. Okay, if you yes, Python, and it is an booming technology. So it will be useful for the person who are, like, we will be teaching this Python and artificial intelligence in terms of mechanical. So that's why it will be useful for you guys. So fine, guys. Thank you for your time and sessions. So if you have any doubt or anything, like we will be we'll be in touch with you. I'll be in touch with you. I'll be sending you the link once this session ends. At present, Arun, we have hypermesh course as well. Even the hypermesh course, you will be getting the details. Okay, I'll be sending the details in WhatsApp. Or okay, Ramesh, thank you. Okay, so everyone, like kindly respond. All the guys who are in the session, kindly comment and comment on the video and give your valuable feedback, so that it will be easy for us to improve. Yes, Ramchandra. We'll focus on that as well. We'll be updating you. You'll be in touch with us, Ramchandra. Okay, guys. Thank you very much. It was a great audience. Okay, good audience, responsing audience. I like you very much. Okay, guys. We'll be ending this session. This workshop will be complete. Will be done, and we'll be sending you the links once the session closes, and you can communicate, you can give your valuable feedbacks and collect your certificates. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much. Yeah, we'll be ending the session.